three massive championship matches on AEW Dynamite this week, and one of them gave us a new TNT champion. We're going to get into it in just a second, so stay tuned. This is the Elite Maniac Podcast. What's up, people? Welcome to the Elite Maniac Podcast, where we discuss all things AEW. My name is Mex, aka WrestleManiac UK. I'm with my co-host Mike, aka Kings Road Wrestling, and we are here today to talk to you about pretty much a banger of an episode. Really good stuff. We had a TNT Championship match, a Tag Team Championship match, and we had the IWGP United States Championship match as well on the card. Massive stuff, having the Japanese title defended on an American show first off straight out of the bat as the show began. But yeah, all the usual stuff, guys. You know the drill. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button as well on the channel. And for our audio listeners, make sure you subscribe and hit the follow button on your podcast platform of choice. Leave us a 5-star review. Let the people know the good work we're doing over here at Elite Maniac Podcast. Mike, how you doing? You enjoyed AEW this week?
Loved it, man. I had a lot of fun last night. I needed this. This was the second. I took a 2-week break from watching live because of final exam periods. This is the first time I got to watch it live. I got my setup. It's kind of ritual for me on Wednesday nights. It really has become a ritual to just watch Dynamite and write down all my notes and talk about it with my viewers on the live. So to get that back was really enjoyable. But yeah, as you stated, thank you everybody for joining. Please leave us a review if you have a minute. I wanted to take 2 seconds out of this podcast to shout out two of my biggest fans, two really big fans and followers of this podcast, Savannah Garcia, Y2 Garcia on Instagram, and Coffin Harlot 2013 Shy. Always supporting, always sharing, always throwing us out likes and lots of love. So we appreciate you here and thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you guys. I see you guys showing all the love as well, so I appreciate that. But yeah, man, 3 big title matches, title defenses, all with their own kind of meaning. And then we also learned, what the majority of the Double or Nothing card is gonna look like. Now we'll probably speak about that if we don't forget somewhere within the show. I think I have my reasons as to why they done it like that, whether it was good or bad to do it like that. But I guess it makes sense somewhat. Did you notice that how it was kind of they put together the whole pay-per-view just on this show?
It was a little different, a different kind of booking decision, and I've never really seen that before. But you were right. Like usually it's like incremental, but it was kind of like next step. Here's the lineup, which was nice because I guess we're going to get a 2 weeks of promotion now, but a little different. You're right.
The card looks great. I think just piecing things together in my head, the reason they've done it is because apparently AEW Dynamite is not going to be on a Wednesday between now and the pay-per-view. Apparently they're going to be on different days during the week, some like clash of programming with TNT. One of the weeks is going to be on a Friday
night Dynamite.
They're probably thinking that they're going to lose some viewers that can't watch it, that usually watch on a Wednesday till one of these other nights. So they're probably doing everything they can right now to sell the pay-per-view tonight on last night's show, in case people don't tune in the next couple of weeks before the pay-per-view. So I think that's probably why they were just letting everyone know what all the matches are basically going to be. They'll probably still announce another 1 or 2, but yeah, that's what my thinking is. That's probably why they did it.
I was like really thinking about it. I know I said this to you about going as like a celebration, but like I've been thinking to myself, I really like watching it on pay-per-view. Like you always get the best camera angles. You get the commentary. Like going live is really, really fun. I had a blast at Revolution. I always have fun at the indie shows that I go to, but like there's another element to watching it on television. And I know that's like a little weird because people always want to go live, but I'm kind of debating whether I want to watch Double or Nothing on just the TV or not. I'm not sure.
No, so you've got the luxury of maybe going there to a live crowd.
I do.
Myself in the UK, where we're still here for now. But yeah, we're gonna get into kind of reviewing the show straight out of the bat. Big up NK. NK's here. He says overall great show. Only 2 moments he disliked: Cody and Jericho segments. Interesting. We'll talk about that when we get there. Hi Flyer, thanks for joining us, bro. Hope you're good. He says as well, Double or Nothing matches are looking fire. I agree that card is looking pretty good straight out of the bat. And like Mike said, we still got a couple of weeks to build towards, the stories going into that. But, the show started with the match that Mike has been clamoring to see.
Yeah.
The IWGP United States Championship on the line. Nagata versus Moxley. Mike, take it away. I know you've probably got some good things to say about this one.
Yeah, man. I mean, this really is all I have been asking for the last 2 years. Like everything I want in wrestling was to my two favorite promotions coming together and really showcasing each other equally. And that's exactly what we got. We were complaining last week and the week before about the lack of build that they did for the Kenta match. And then obviously was proven to be an issue with the ratings coming out. Kenta didn't really draw that well. We're still waiting on the ratings for today, but they really did showcase Yuji Nagata well. They had a whole road to show for like 6 minutes dedicated to him. Stuff on Dynamite, stuff on Dark. We really got to know that he's a legend. He's entering the ring. He comes out with his young lion, Ren Narita, who's big on New Japan Strong, and who is in the crowd? Rocky Romero, who's kind of apparently been instrumental in this whole partnership with AEW and New Japan. He was at the original meeting when a partnership was declined during the inception of AEW, but he was in the crowd, and I hope that he challenges Moxley next for that IWGP United States titles. I'd love to see Moxley continue to defend this. Eddie and Mox came out together, and they had a new song. So there's kind of speculation that is it their tag team song or is it their song? But it was Wild Thing by the Trogs, which that's Onita's theme song. Big star from the 90s, New Japan and FMW, the creator of the Exploding Ring Death Match. So I guess that they're doing a little bit of a nod to him. This was contested under New Japan Pro Wrestling rules, which is another thing that I loved about it. So I respect to them. And their corporation, 20-second time outside of the ring, a little bit different than American rules. And we got an 8-minute match. It was short, the shortest IWGP United States Championship match to date, but it was extremely hard hitting. So much, in fact, that Yuji Nagata at age 53 was able to bust open Jon Moxley's cheek for real with strikes to the face. So he accomplished his goal of showcasing strong style to the United States. What was your impression of Yuji Nagata? Were you expecting a 53-year-old to move this well?
Yes, because I'm familiar with his stuff, but it's still something to behold, and be in awe of. It was a really good match. It was, like you said, a quick match in that sense, but they got in everything they needed to do. It was a very strong styled physical match. And NK has said here, the presentation of the IWGP US title match was excellent. And
yes,
I have to agree with that. It definitely did feel like a big deal. And this is what we've been asking for. Like, you can't just spring these titles out of nowhere and not tell us who these foreign competitors are coming over because they're not on the product we're watching every week, and not tell us the lineage and the heritage of the belt, how Moxley even obtained that belt. I think somewhere during the match, Excalibur was going through the champions, Kenny, first champion, Cody's won it, Lance Archer's won it, Moxley beat Lance Archer. So they made this feel like this was, this could have been the main event, really and truly.
Yeah.
But I think it was even more significant opening the show and a Japanese title opening an American promotion show. They done a great job of this. I won't shit on it too much, but I'm not a fan of the new music for Moxley. I think
you wouldn't be unless you knew Onita's work.
No, I know that was a homage to Onita.
Okay, you still didn't like it?
Yeah, I know the song. That's the thing.
Yeah, everyone knows why.
And I just don't think it's a good wrestling song. I think Moxley's song before, it comes with the whole unscripted violence. It sounds like chaos. You see what I mean? Like, so personally, I prefer that. I've heard today that, you know, Tony Khan's paid the license for that song, so I'm guessing that is his music, or maybe him and
Maybe him or Eddie,
Kingston's
yeah.
music going forward, like you said. But yeah, that's my only negative on this. This was brilliant from top to bottom. The respect they showed after the match as well.
Yeah.
Everything that Yuji Nagata has said after the match about how he respects Moxley as well. It's nice to see. Yeah, man, I enjoyed this match thoroughly.
I enjoyed it a lot too. Probably my favorite match in the card by far, just because I love what it represents. I think now that the American audience, the AEW audience, has been more accustomed and more used to now seeing Jon Moxley with the U.S. title, they're kind of understanding that he's a champion in New Japan. We've gotten introduced to these different players. I think that now they should continue the momentum that they've had. They should continue to build and start having this title defended more often on Dynamite. Originally, this was supposed to be defended on New Japan Strong, but Tony Khan pushed it for Dynamite. That was absolutely the right call. More eyes on both products. So I really think that Moxley, should take up a challenge maybe from Rocky Romero, maybe from Ren Narita, who was the young lion who came out with Yuji Nagata. So we shall see. Final point to the entrance to the theme song that you said. He has 3 different entrants. Now, he has a different one in New Japan. He's got a different one in AEW. Now he's got a new one. Kenny has a New Japan one. Kenny has an AEW one. Like, maybe we should, I don't know, just pick one and be able to. I don't know why they do that. Like, now that there's a partnership,
Yeah, but I mean, I guess it's safeguarding it against the partnership splits and
the copyright
things and stuff. So yeah, Undisputed Collectibles says thanks for joining. He said great impromptu ending to Pac versus Orange Cassidy match. We're gonna get onto that because that was a key decision came out from that match. And Ryan Awesome, thanks for joining us, bro. He says the new theme music for Moxley is good, but his original theme is badass.
Yeah.
And that's my opinion on it as well. I won't mind if this is the one going forward, but there's an element of the original which is you can't beat that.
Yeah, but maybe the fans are gonna sing along to this.
That's probably what they want. That's probably what they want. So yeah, but I think the original is the better one right now.
It is a good song, man.
Yeah, good stuff to start the show. Mike, what happened next?
Well, we had a little bit of an inner circle message. They said that they want a rematch. They're not dead. We'll get into that because I had a little bit of some issues. I'm pretty positive, but I did have some issues with the inner circle segment. But they came out with Alex Marvez and basically were saying we're coming for the Pinnacle. Kind of typical stuff. We then got into Cody's Double or Nothing announcement, and this was just odd. Like, he came out there, he's got his suit on, and I know he has political aspirations, but he sounded like a politician, really. He was like, America. I didn't even know what he was talking about, really. Like, it was some long-winded soliloquy. It was weird. I wrote down weird soliloquy. And then he starts talking about how he's proud to be an American. I didn't know where he was kind of getting at. I thought he was going to say, I'm proud to be an American, therefore I want that United States championship. I thought that's what I really would have been happy with that. I think that would have been awesome. But no, he instead said that Anthony Ogogo, who's from your country, has been burying the United States, but he's an American citizen. He's come here, and why is he bad-mouthing America? Therefore, I'll challenge him at Double or Nothing for a match, and I will be fighting for one night only as the American Dream, which that saved the segment to me. I thought that was awesome, but the whole other part was just, I don't know. It's like kind of like him preparing for a Senate run here. What do you think?
So I was just saying in a group chat that Ogogo came out, the first time, second time they put a mic in his hand. Yeah, I hate USA. I'm British, blah, blah, blah. He said it again in another promo, something to the same effect. Just a couple one-liners here and there. Yes, he brings around this Union Jack flag, which I hate to see. So he's clearly, showing, I'm the UK guy and all of that kind of stuff. But I don't feel how he's come across so far needed the whole spiel that Cody gave. Cody can just say, listen, you're in our country, show some respect. Even the people you're running with, the factory guys, are all from the USA. Show some respect. I'm going to beat some respect into you. But the whole, like you said, presidential election kind of speech he gave on America was all a bit too much. Again, he went to the well of, back in Atlanta, this used to happen. Now in Atlanta, my black wife is going to give birth to a mixed race baby and all of this kind of stuff.
But how did that have to do with anything?
Bro,
I don't understand that part.
It's
he was like, Atlanta was segregated. Now I'm challenging Anthony Ogogo. What does Anthony Ogogo have anything to do with American segregation in the 60s? That makes no sense.
Yeah, like, so this is what my whole thing with this is that the response by Cody was too much for just the little throwaway lines of Ogogo saying, I hate America.
That's true.
I mean? He has never given an impassioned promo about America the way that Cody has given an impassioned promo about why America is so great. So now Cody's kind of turned into prime John Cena / Hulk Hogan or something.
Literally.
And he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna, I'm not, for one night only, I'm not gonna be the American nightmare, I'm gonna be the American dream. And with that and laying out the challenge to Ogogo, I think unfortunately it's the demise of Ogogo, American Dream. I think it's the demise of Ogogo. Ogogo probably won't win here at Double or Nothing when he should definitely be winning this match.
Because he's the American. How are you going to make the American Dream lose?
Exactly. And obviously American Dream is a homage to his father. So how is he going to lose?
Also, the fact, dude, yeah, this promo would have fit perfectly with like when Sergeant Slaughter in the late 80s, he like burnt the American flag. They had an Iraqi soldier guy come out to be with him. Then he took a picture with Saddam Hussein. It was photoshopped. But like he hated America. Muhammad Hassan and Davari too. Perfect. But Anthony O was just like, oh, it sucks here. And then he was like, Cody's like, has to defend him. No one's asking Cody to defend the United States. Like, just you're fine. I don't know.
Yeah. It was just a bit over the top, and it's now looking like Cody's gonna go on and beat him at Double or Nothing. NK says here Ogogo needs to win at Double or Nothing. Him beating QT sets up Ogogo to win. Exactly, that's what should happen. But he said Cody must not win. Yeah, man. Do you want to beat a new star you're trying to build this early? Especially not just a new star. This is a ex-Olympian boxer.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he does the right thing. Let's see.
I don't even care, dude. I don't know. I'm not even that big on this guy, so I understand the importance of building new stars, but I wouldn't even care if Cody won. I don't even want to see that. I'm not excited about this. I'm sorry. I think he should have challenged John for that belt, but I guess John and Eddie are fighting the Young Bucks. What it looks like. Which is interesting. We'll get into that though. But yeah, if you haven't seen Cody's promo, go check it out online. It's interesting. I will say that. I'm not going to say he's not a bad speaker. Just interesting. So go check that out.
He is a compelling promo. I love to hear him talk, but I just feel like the reasoning that he's using to get to this match is not the one. It's not right.
I think he does have a bright future in politics. He is convincing. So we'll see. How about this Christian Cage promo? He says that tell Team Taz to send anybody. He's ready. Well, Ricky's out with a broken neck. So who do you have? Will Hobbs, you already beat him, and Brian Cage. Okay, whatever. Said he's going to enter the Casino Battle Royale, which I guess that's just finding a spot for him. That makes sense. But then Matt Sydal comes out of nowhere, which is really random. And he's like, oh, I want in on the Battle Royale because I have to redeem myself for botching last year. Speaking of botches, that AEW Botch's Twitter account blocked me. So I don't even know why. Thank you for that, though. Sydal says he wants Christian Cage next week because of the open contract. So he can forget about Team Taz. Yeah, to fight Sydal.
I don't care.
I don't care either, man.
Care in the slightest. And this verbiage that they're using of this open contract, what the hell does that mean? Like, nobody has a contract that says, like they can only face a certain
You
person.
can only face members of the Pinnacle.
Like,
And
everyone has an open contract in that sense, right? Like, I just don't understand it. I don't care. Like, I really don't care. But if Christian is happy, this is him, going out on his terms. All power to him. But
why not use the partnership and have someone from Impact come and face Christian at Double or Nothing? That'd be far more interesting than him entering basically what they call it in New Japan and Ring of Honor is the Jobbers Battle Royal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's a term for that in WWE, but utilize this partnership, have him face one of his old Impact boys like James Storm, Chris Sabin. Like there's options. This is not the option. Yeah.
I just don't think it's compelling enough. He's gonna go on and he's gonna beat Matt Sydal probably, and then what's next? It's just it's whatever.
He's gonna win the Casino Battle Royal, probably. Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
I don't know, man. I hope with that also there's no let's just have opponents everyone's like, who's the Joker? Who's the Joker? There doesn't need to be a Joker because no one's satisfied with the signings. Just have the match. And to that point also, the big larger theme of this whole episode and my points for the last week and a half have been, I hope at Double or Nothing they just have wrestling matches. And I just don't want to see another ending be messed up, whatever you want to call it. I hope that they just go for an original classic. Classic pay-per-view. Because Double or Nothing last year, classic pay-per-view. Brody versus Moxley. It was a great match, and everybody liked it, and it sold great. So, we don't need all this stuff.
The Joker could be someone from Impact, as you're saying, because that wouldn't be a signing. They come in, big pop, and they go back at the end of the night. That's it. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
They could do something like that. So, we'll see who the Joker is.
It does seem like they're more keen on bringing New Japan stars over than Impact. And I know Jericho has said negative things about Impact also, and then he's kind of praised New Japan. I don't know. I wouldn't sleep on them really. I that's what I would do. You're right. So let's get on to the AEW Tag Team Championship match. SCU versus the Young Bucks, accompanied to the ring by the Good Brothers and Don Callis. So this was title versus career, I guess, or if SCU lost, which they did, they had to break up. So they got to break up. And I'm going to go right to the bottom of the page here and address everyone's concerns. Yes, they did not give SCU a send-off segment, which I don't think they did that purpose. I don't think that they just forgot about it. I think that there's something more probably that we're going to get, something at the pay-per-view, maybe, I don't know, just because the Young Bucks cheated. We'll see. I don't think this is the last we'll see of SCU, but still, it was an emotional moment because on paper, they are no longer a tag team anymore. They did lose to the Young Bucks in what was an excellent match. They just went back and forth and killed it. And the real stars of this match were Matt and Nick, obviously, were excellent, but Kazarian and Daniels in specific killed it, man. He went all out, put it all on the line for someone at the age of 50 to do this. Moonsaulting. He lost a ton of blood. And last week, was the rumors that were circulating on the dirt sheets that WWE was very upset that all of the blading that occurred at Blood and Guts. They said that it set the business back allegedly 30 years in the eyes of people, which is a dumb point. We're not even going to get into that anyway, but it looks like AEW.
I don't even believe that WWE said that, if I'm being completely honest.
Well, it was a rumor.
Yeah, I saw it as well. But
I know they don't.
I just don't think anyone would say that. Like, it's just stupid. But yeah,
Stephanie. Stephanie's the only one I could see saying that because I don't know. But it seems that AEW does not care about rumors like that because, did you see Daniels? Oh my God, dude!
He had actually bladed before the super kick spot to the
to
the post. But yeah, fantastic match, really, really good match. I think Daniels, in what may be his last match before he retires, he put on a great show. Kazarian is someone that has super won me over. I was never quite into him in Impact and stuff, but since he's been in AEW, this guy has won me over. He's just a fantastic performer.
Yeah, he's great, dude. He's one of the aces that you can always rely on for a great match, I would say so.
He's
and
definitely come into that.
Some of the most wins in the company.
Mm-hmm. And the spot where Matt Jackson done the old Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, I'm sorry, I love you. I was literally thinking, what a git. Like, what a jerk. What a prick.
It was perfect,
like,
man.
It was perfectly set up. And yeah, I'm happy that obviously they didn't disrespect it to the fact where they won right there and then. But yeah, him especially more than Nick plays this heel role so well. He absolutely transforms into this dick character. Like, yeah, it was really good, man.
I love this whole story, man. Exactly like you were saying. There's people online who are like, I can't believe they copied. Dude, you are getting worked. Are you kidding me? Like, these guys are heels. They are doing things to make everybody upset. This is what they do. So, like, just take a step back and look at what you're seeing. It's not all like that, okay? But this story is just amazing. I just want to take a second to go over it. The Young Bucks they fell into a rut. They basically weren't defending their title. They were like shells of their former self in New Japan that everybody loved. Don Callis comes in, totally brings them down to the dirt, slaps them in the face, really wakes them up. These guys come back and then they talk to Kenny, and they come back the best version of themselves. That they were woken up by Don Callis and Kenny Omega and the Good Bros, and now they are defending the title every week. They are probably one of the best heel teams, if not the best heels in the business, getting heat every single day and putting on amazing, amazing matches. The in-ring storytelling, too, is unbelievable. We had Christopher Daniels, who was basically a mentor, a father figure to Matt Jackson, in the ring, bleeding to death, basically. And the blood goes on Matt's Jordan retro ones. Yeah. And he cares more about the shoes getting dirty than if Daniels is okay. That is why I love AEW, because of stuff like this, the intricacies of the storylines, man.
I think one thing, if I'm correct, there was something to do with the Jordan 1s being actually allowed in the NBA, but I think they got banned because they had red laces. So the laces have to be white on those particular Jordan 1s now. And obviously we saw the red blood dropping on the white laces, staining the laces. Like, this aspects of the production. There's something else we'll talk about later that was fantastic within this match. Just like the zoom in on there, the zoom in on Matt when he said, I'm sorry, I love you, and all that kind of stuff. So AEW can get the production stuff right. Obviously, we've seen some mishaps with production as well. Last week with the blood and guts and stuff. But it is so good. Maybe this is, like you say, if they just stick to the telling the story and the production of the actual wrestling matches and not so much these gimmick matches, they'll knock it out of the park every week. Ryan Awesome says here, Bucks versus SCU match was the best match on the show for me. I might be inclined to agree with that. It was really well told. NK says that this match was great and that Kazarian has been putting on a wrestling clinic recently.
Yeah, he's better than Christian Cage too. Sorry.
Yeah. No, that ain't no secret. I'll shout it from the mountaintops. That 100%. Like, I'm just not into Christian. I never really have been. I won't even lie.
But, so your three are? I think our three are the same. It's Christian, kinda, then Ethan Page / Scorpio Sky, and a Go-Go. Not really into that.
I'm into a go-go. I just think the finisher needs to change. And
I'm not into him. I'm going to be honest.
No, that's fine. That's fine. And obviously he might have some time to win you round, maybe.
Hopefully.
But Scorpio Sky, I'm hanging on by a thread. But Ethan Page and Christian, for sure, I just don't care. I
just don't like big guys that are singular. They have one or two moves, and they're like, "Oh, I'm huge." Yeah. That's why I think Karrion Kross, I think he sucks. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what he is. Yeah, I don't like that. I like guys like Pac and Orange Cassidy, who are very multi-dimensional. Kind of leads us into our next match, the world title eliminator between Pac and Orange Cassidy. Two of my favorite guys on the roster. Pac, so good. Orange Cassidy, so unique, so original. Even the people that hate AEW at least acknowledge that there's something with Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
There's something there. There's a draw. There's something unique that's different than anything anyone's ever seen. And I read a good comment. They're like, I think that Orange Cassidy can transcend wrestling and gain some mainstream popularity. And they used a good example. Can you imagine like Orange Cassidy like on a talk show like Jimmy Fallon or James Corden? I think like his character is just funny and it's he draws people in universal no matter what, even if they're a wrestling fan or not. So that's why I love Orange Cassidy. And I was really rooting for him to pick up the win. I do like Pac. I like Death Triangle, but I think Omega or Orange Cassidy in a singles match would be a great draw for Double or Nothing and a great match. But that's not the case. You know, what happened was there's going to be a three-way at Double or Nothing between Pac and Orange Cassidy because of some of the events that happened during this matchup. But it was a great match. These guys really were going at it. There was 2 commercial breaks in the match, which was odd, but I guess they were setting up to not have commercial breaks later. I don't really know how that really works, but
so the obviously the second commercial break was an impromptu one with because
was okay. That's why.
So yeah, I think earlier on Undisputed Collectibles, he said great impromptu ending to the Pac and Orange Cassidy match. Now, I think AEW done a fantastic job of this because obviously he had a head injury, which he wasn't overly selling, but especially because of his sloth, lazy.
I didn't notice it. I did not notice it.
I think that it was him being Orange Cassidy, but he clearly came down hard after a powerbomb, I think it was. He rolled out the ring to buy himself some time. Aubrey kept Pac in the ring. She went outside to check him, started the count, stopped the count again. That's when they done the impromptu second commercial break to try and buy him some time to see if he can get back to, you know, normal. I think that's when they noticed then that he probably won't be able to continue. And instead of him taking any more bumps in this match and making it worse, let's get him to the pay-per-view, but we might have to do something funny here. So that's when Kenny Omega, somebody send out Don Callis, send out Kenny Omega. You know, everyone gets knocked down or whatever the case is. 10 count. Kenny Omega's out here celebrating, thinking he's got the night off and can go on his road trip. But now we get this triple threat match, which is good because everyone wants to see Kenny Omega versus Pac. And Orange Cassidy, as much as we all love him, let's be honest, he's clearly in this match for the great pop that he's going to get in front of the entire crowd, the sellout crowd that's going to be there. So, yeah, they've basically killed 2 birds with 1 stone here. And it's a good job, you know, it's a job well done.
Yeah, exactly. So where we're at, people, is a great match that we both kind of agreed. It was a good bout between Pac and Orange Cassidy. There was an injury with the power bomb. We kind of cut to commercial, and then they saved it by having a double count out. So neither person won. It was originally planned. What I read on online was that it was going to be a 20-minute time limit draw, which I've always wanted. I don't think we've seen that. I'm pretty sure we haven't seen that.
I think we saw it early days in AEW.
Okay, I don't remember that.
Yeah, I can't remember who was involved in one, but we've definitely seen it once before. But you know, from what you're saying, NK has also said here from PWI reported that the original finish was supposed to be a time limit draw. It sounds like this is where we were going anyway in terms of having a triple threat match. They've just found given the circumstances, a new way to do it. So kudos to them.
Is there something in the water in Osaka and Tokyo? Because I just don't get it, man. Like, it's something maybe with their training over in Japan, but I see guys all the time taking head bumps and like they never. I don't know what's going on over there, but they never like get hurt.
Them guys are built differently, man.
Right?
Them guys are built differently.
Even like Ospreay's not Japanese. He's not from Japan, but he's been there long enough. Like, dude, he took a lot of head bumps with Shingo, and like he's okay. Like, I just don't get it, man. I really don't.
Yeah, they're built differently, but you know, especially. I think Orange Cassidy done the right thing because some wrestlers would have been all, oh yeah, let me continue, let me go at him sort of thing. But if you know there's something bigger in sight, which is a pay-per-view main event, you know, protect yourself. There's no need to kill yourself on the TV.
Yeah, we're not expecting you to.
You want to get to the main event. So yeah, everyone done the right thing involved here. I think so.
Exactly. And if like he went on, what would have happened? We would have had a whole nother Matt Hardy situation. So good call by the officials and Orange Cassidy. So before this match, I forgot to say, but we had Kingston and Moxley. They went into the Elite's dressing room, destroyed all their belongings basically and trash it. They just hate them. And then Eddie told Moxley to go in there and blow up the bathroom, which was hilarious. After this match, the Young Bucks were in their locker room. All their stuff was destroyed. And this is where they kind of say, they're going to be fighting champions because they're the best. They are the best. I firmly believe that now after a few weeks. And they will face the Varsity Blondes, who are now the number one contenders after knocking out SCU. So great job for Pillman and Griff Garrison. They kind of make fun of Pillman Sr., which is, another heel thing. Like they're such mean people, so good at what they're doing. And then the Young Bucks invite, and they use the term invite. So I'm not really sure what they're doing. The match hasn't been announced yet, but they invited Moxley and Eddie to fight them at Double or Nothing.
Yeah. I guess we all saw this coming. Somewhere down the line, this was going to happen. I'm kind of guessing as well, Mox and Kingston get the win here.
You think? Yeah. So there's like two schools of thought here. Like the Young Bucks are doing so well, and the other aisle is like, this would be really cool for Moxley and Eddie. So like,
would it be really cool though? It'll be cool
for
them.
Eddie. It would be great for Eddie.
Thing. Yeah, it would be cool for them on a personal level. However, as a viewer, I'm not sure. Like, I like them two together. I'm not sure I need them as tag team champions.
I need Eddie with a belt in AEW, dude. I need that.
I think I need Eddie with the belt in AEW, and that's not the tag team championship. I feel like this is a consolation because he may never win the AEW championship itself.
I really love Eddie, man. I really love. I just think he's so great, and maybe not now, maybe not in the year and a half, but eventually, I'd really like to see him be some kind of champion, and I wouldn't have a problem with him being AEW champion. So you're right; it's kind of a consolation. However, I wanted to see the Impact titles go to them. I wanted them to take it off the Good Brothers. I think that would have been great storyline. And I really, really like that. And it's possible because they're over in New Japan right now on Finjuice, but I don't think that's going to happen right now. But they're feuding with they really hate the Good Brothers like the most. I feel like, I don't know. I really would have liked that, but we're not going to see it.
Yeah, I just feel like let the tag teams win the tag team championship, not the
Kenny and
that are doing tag team and all the oddball. Yeah, like this is where tag teams might start thinking, how much do you actually care about us, or you just want two stars together to come across as a tag team. So
Heyman and Omega definitely proved themselves. Moxley and Eddie haven't yet.
They will though. That's not an issue. I don't doubt their ability, their chemistry, or anything like that. I just feel like in such a where you don't have any other tag team belts right now anyway. So let the tag teams, do what they came here for. Let's not lie. AEW is a very tag team orientated product.
It's tag team. It's tag team wrestling. Like that's really what the crux of it is. Like
exactly. So why aren't the actual tag teams winning the title?
I don't know, man. That's a very good point.
And I'm not saying no one is. SCU were obviously the first champions. The Bucks have won it, so those are actually two tag teams. We had the oddball team of Omega and Thing, and FTR also won it. That's a real tag team. So yeah, you are allowed to do this every now and again. I just don't really think it's completely necessary for Moxley and Kingston to win it, but we will see. I'm sure we'll get a very entertaining match anyway out of it.
Yep, that's true. We'll move on. A couple promos. Hangman Page with the Dark Order. Gist of it, ladies and gentlemen, is that he's dropped in the rankings, but he doesn't care. He wants to prove himself and beat Brian Cage at Double or Nothing. And because there was some interference when Brian beat Adam Page. So they're going to go 1-1 at Double or Nothing. Why isn't the FTW title on the line? I don't know. I'm not sure. It's kind of be a perfect way for Brian Cage to leave Team Taz, but maybe we'll see. Maybe that'll happen.
Yeah, I think that's my one thing with this, and it might come in the next couple of weeks. Paige is clearly gonna beat Brian Cage. Put the FTW Championship on the line. Why not?
And then maybe this could be turned into something maybe legitimized, like what we've been arguing for. Maybe this is it. So we'll see. Britt Baker had a little bit of a promo with JR. It was good. I
thought this was brilliant.
I like her better than Adam Cole. I'm gonna say it. I like her better than Adam Cole, and I like Adam Cole a lot. But Britt is so, like, she's gotten so good on the mic, dude. Right? Like, this was just like oozing charisma and confidence out of this JR interview, right?
She absolutely, like, as a character and all of that kind of stuff, she's brilliant. As a human being, if you're really living this kayfabe stuff, she stinks. Like, you just think, what a bitch this girl is. Like, she's an absolute terror. But it just means she's brilliant at her job. Like, she is everything she's saying. She is the women's division. She is the next champion. She's so confident. She's kind of said it out loud now. So, it's going to be a very interesting coronation. And how they navigate her through the women's division once the belt is on her.
Britt's winning for sure. Like,
it's got
99.89% sure she's gonna take the belt. So yeah, it was announced last week, but just kind of cemented this week. So it's Britt versus Shida at Double or Nothing, and I'm pumped for that.
I'll just take some of the comments. Priv TV has said, in regard to our last conversation, he thinks Taz will put the belt up on the line in the promo next week. Looking forward to that. Jonesy Chats Wrestling's tuned in. Hope you're well, Jonesy. And Ryan Awesome has said, give Britt the title already. It's coming, bro. It's coming.
It's coming at DON on May 30th. The 30th, right? Or 25th, yeah. May 20 something. Memorial Day weekend. So I'm glad they're putting it on a Sunday, because Saturday, Memorial Day weekend. Fun time in the States. How about this Pinnacle coronation of the Pinnacle? I guess I know that I'm not stupid. I have a degree, but I wasn't exactly sure what that word was. I think it's like
what, coronation?
Yeah, like this is us.
It's like it's like you're crowning someone king, or crowning someone queen.
Oh, that's like your avenue. I don't follow the royal family like you do.
So that's it.
MJF came out in a crown, so I guess he's the king now of AEW. He's taken that crown off of Jericho, and he's put it on himself. They had some roadie girls. They had some girls behind them, right? And Tully Blanchard gets on the mic, and instead of saying like these are some of the most attractive girls ever, he goes like, these are some of the most attractive girls this city has to offer. Like,
yeah.
That's great. This is just great work from MJF and Jericho. MJF and Tully. Tully gives them a watch. It looks like a Rolex Submariner, very expensive. So I guess TK is really shelling out all the goods. Cody had that really nice watch, and the Dynamite diamond ring. They got a lot of swag on the Pinnacle. Tully says that the Inner Circle is a bunch of quitters. The Pinnacle's a real champion. MJF says if the crowd wants a rematch, they'll get a rematch. The crowd goes wild, and then he goes, absolutely not, which is great. Then we hear a horn, and it's the Inner Circle in a buggy with a trailer attached to the back of this like UTV, whatever you want to call it. And you see, the camera pans to them. You see Jericho's head like popping out in the back. And I'm like, oh no. Like, I remember like Dave Meltzer, Jim Cornette, like all these guys were saying like the spot that happened last week at Blood and Guts, like it didn't go that well. You could save it by keeping Jericho off TV, really cementing this injury. And obviously they didn't do that because Jericho got right on the mic. What do you think about bringing him back? Like, I know he had a cast on and everything. He looked injured, but I thought maybe like had this story that he's at a medical facility nearby or something.
NK said it here. He's hit it on the head again. Why is Jericho back?
Yeah.
They've completely messed up everything they built. This kind of match should be the finish of a feud. we shouldn't even really be seeing, yes, MJF is going to come out and run down Jericho, but we shouldn't even really be seeing a rematch, because Blood and Guts should be, all right, we've tried everything, back in the day when they used to do Hell in a Cell, we've had this match, we've had that kind of match. We're still here fighting. Let's end everything in a Hell in a Cell match, and that's exactly what Blood and Guts is. Yet Blood and Guts has now just been kind of the beginning of these guys' feud,
which is odd.
Which is odd. I was
Very
not
odd.
expecting. I mean, I thought, they're gonna spray him with, it's a celebration party. They've got the bubbly. They're gonna spray them with bubbly. I saw that from a mile away. Very attitude era. I didn't mind that at all.
I had fun with that. I liked it.
Yeah, I didn't mind it at all. But Jericho appearing, that should have never have happened.
No, because you didn't need him. Sammy could have done it.
Sammy could have done it. He didn't need to introduce anything. He didn't need to have any words. Jericho comes back at the pay-per-view if that's what they wanted to do, which would be a big pop for the live crowd, the sold-out live crowd.
A return.
I don't know why they've done this. A stadium stampede match as well. Now that we're going to have a sold-out live crowd, I don't know how they're going to organize that.
I don't know how great that's going to be also, because when you think about the stadium stampede, you had characters like Kenny, Hardy, and the Young Bucks, Adam Page. Like, these guys, I feel like could really do a lot. Like, how much do you think MJF's going to do a flip off like the post? You think like Wardlow's going to do the One Wing Angel 20 feet? Like, it's just like I don't know. I think what they did, they hit the nail on the head with the stadium stampede. It was perfect. And I don't like reboots on shows.
It was perfect for the guys involved, because Inner Circle has some of those quirky characters as well. The Elite has those quirky characters, but Inner Circle, yes, they still have the quirky characters, but Pinnacle are presented as a more credible businessman kind of, element. This isn't going to be a fun, happy-go-lucky match for them. That's why they had to have the Blood and Guts, the serious match, put their enemies to rest.
Exactly.
And they should be resting. But all of a sudden, we're seeing them go up against each other a mere 3 weeks after Blood and Guts, or
in a stadium stampede
match. So AEW have kind of got this one wrong, in my opinion.
Well, yes, you are absolutely right. And what I was going to say, a reboot or like a reunion show, I think if it's good, don't mess with it. Like Seinfeld, favorite show of all time. They've never done a reunion show because Larry David, the producer, he just knows they hit the nail on the head. It was perfect. Why risk ruining it? Yeah. Stadium Stampede, I think the exact same thing with that. It was so good. It was perfect. It was what we needed for the quarantine and the pandemic. Why risk it? However, if they do something a little bit different, because you said the Pinnacle has this business side, has this serious side, if they make it like a serious, if they do something, make the Stadium Stampede with whatever, all that stuff that it was, but add like a darker tone, more serious, maybe it could work that way. Maybe if it was a bit different, and who knows what they're going to do, because they can't, I don't think that they should make it exactly the same as before. Do you?
Yeah, no, they shouldn't. They should definitely make it different. It's going to be different because there's going to be, an actual crowd there somehow. So, I mean, unless they actually fill the stadium with fans and they're wrestling on the field, in and around the field area, and the stadium area with the fans in the actual stadium and not in Daly's place, that could be interesting.
I don't think they will, though.
I don't think they will either.
It's probably going to be cinematic, right?
Yeah, I think that they're gonna pre-record it and probably play it on the TV screen inside the arena.
So
I'll look forward to it. I'll look forward to it regardless. We'll see what we get. But just in terms of story, I think they got this one maybe not wrong, but backwards. Definitely, they haven't put this. They haven't lined it up well. But
no, they have not. I would agree with that. I read a nice article that Tony Khan did an interview, and he said that the minute by minute ratings numbers that tell you how many people are watching, how many people are tuning off, play a large role actually in some of the booking decisions and like last minute changes for Dynamite. So if a bunch of people are tuning off, the card changes, which is really, really interesting. I wanted to bring that up. I just think that's That's really unique. I don't think
what has he been saying? If they see that the numbers are going down, like live, they switch things and stuff on Dynamite.
there's a
live.
Okay. Potential to change stuff and like move around the card and different decisions, which is interesting. It's very, very interesting. So I'm curious to see how they did tonight. I guess we're a little early, so we don't know the ratings, but man, that I don't want to go into this too much, but that Tuesday rating for NXT, you said that you don't care about ratings, but
what was it?
600,000, like that, and I wanted to bring that up because that is proof that good wrestling alone, because NXT, I heard, had a great Tuesday night of solid in-ring action. Good wrestling alone is not always a television draw in the United States. Like, you got to have more of these elements. And so that's why some people are like, sports-based product, that's what you promise, and that's not what we're getting. That wouldn't draw well.
Not enough.
You need some of these wacky elements. You need some of the drama. People love drama, man. That's my soapbox for today. And true. It is true. It is true. But how about the main event? What we all have been waiting for. The man on the cover of this podcast for today. The best man, Miro, taking on Darby Allin for the TNT Championship match. Miro. He has been shit on, dude, right?
So we just to not miss out a match, we did have a match. It was a squash match. Thunder Rosa
which wasn't promoted.
Yeah, Thunder Rosa returned. She was in action against Jasmine Allure. This match happened, and then there is literally nothing to talk about. I just wanted to mention that this match happened, but we
forgot about that. Fire Thunder Driver to win, and she got the win.
Let's go on to the main event. I really enjoyed this match. The story throughout, Miro getting the beat on him very early, Miro coming out in basically TNT championship gear that, I'm going to win and everything, got the TNT title on his shorts. It was early on, we saw Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page attack Sting for the first time. And that laid out Sting for a while.
And then he got back up and he was fine. So why was that necessary?
Was fine. We saw Miro really take it to Darby Allin. Darby kind of fought his way back into it. I think one of the spots I enjoyed in this match was when he done a suicide dive to Miro on the outside and bounced off Miro and went in the opposite direction. And I just thought, man, you have got no opportunity, no chance of winning this match. And that was really punctuated when we saw that incredible spot. Again, the production on this was so good. The spot of where Darby's on the ropes and he looks over to Sting and he basically says with his eyes, I can't beat this guy.
Yeah.
And Sting basically looks at him and says back with his eyes, you can't win them all. They have a bit of a fist bump and Darby goes back in there with his last bit of energy before he gets caught out. He gets put in that deep game over, and Miro is the new TNT champion.
Dude, that spot with Sting that you just mentioned, it was in-ring storytelling at its finest. They looked at each other, it was all in the eyes, and he said, like, ride the death train, like, you're not going to win, but give it your all and go down that path, just die in the ring, basically. Fist bumped each other, and he went in there, and he basically died. Miro ended him, and Miro caught the coffin drop, locked in that camel clutch, and just choked him the hell out. Referee stoppage for the win, as you said. Miro's the new TNT champion. So great run to Darby Allin, though.
It was a great run. I've got a little nugget for you. I'm not sure if you caught. I think they done this on purpose. I might be overthinking it, but they are very smart with little things they do. So obviously I'm sure you've noticed how many times they've kind of been mentioning in the last few weeks how many defenses Darby's had.
Yeah.
9 defenses of the TNT championship.
Yeah.
And we keep saying the same thing. Darby is surviving these defenses. He's not looking dominant in any one of them. He's surviving every single one and still finding a way to win. What else? 9 lives. A cat has 9 lives. Have you heard of that?
Yeah. That's a big saying here.
So I think that's basically the whole where Darby has 9 defenses.
I'm writing this down.
and that I think that's why they were hammering it, sort of thing, that this is 9 defenses he's done. This is going to be his 10th defense, but cats don't have 10 lives.
Dude, that is such a great analogy.
I think Miro was always designed, or whomsoever was always designed to kill Darby. And it makes sense now how he's kind of been escaping everything, because that's it. A cat will drop from a tree and still live. 9 lives, Darby, 9 defenses, and he's out.
Great analogy. I love that. And I think they definitely did that on purpose. They're really emphasizing 9 title defenses.
Yeah.
So I love that. I love the intricacies of AEW. What's your final opinion on Miro as the I know that we were really rooting for him, but how do you think this is going to play into the naysayers out there who are just really, as I said in the beginning of this review, have been kind of just taking a crap on Miro ever since he came here? What do you think?
Yeah, it's for me and WWE. We're seeing an ex-WWE guy, so to speak, and he's obviously recreated his character. Didn't initially work in AEW, the whole gaming stuff. I know me and you, we haven't ever really been into it. A lot of people as well haven't really been into it. But this is the Miro we want to see: dominant, fierce, ferocious, just come in here and be an absolute killer. And that is the guy that is in front of us right now. Maybe somewhere down the line, he will reignite his feud with Kip Sabian. Kip Sabian will probably be a challenger for this. It looks like in the immediate short-term future, it's going to be Lance Archer versus Miro at Double or Nothing.
I'd love to see him take on Cody too, with this whole, if you're going to do this whole, exactly what we were saying, this American versus outsider, I think it would work better with Miro. Obviously we've seen that with Cena and Miro at WrestleMania. Is he, because I wasn't really watching WWE at the time that he was United States champion, is the Rusev character now kind of similar to the Miro character now? Like, are they different?
Sort of. I mean, that Rusev character, especially back then when he was US champion in about 2015, was very much that, he was the patriotic guy, the Bulgarian guy that was repping Russia for whatever reason. But obviously his character now is less to do with the whole patriotism stuff, and it's more just that same kind of intensity and velocity of just how crazy he was. And this is where he needs to get back to. This is where he does his best work and looking dominant in the ring. So they've put the belt on him now. Lance Archer at Double or Nothing is a good match for him if that's going to be confirmed, but can Lance Archer afford to lose a match like this?
No, so I'd rather not see Lance Archer.
So I'd rather not see Lance.
How about Ethan? Yeah. How about Ethan?
Yeah, give it to one of them jokers.
Or Sky.
Yeah. Either one of them. Put them in a triple threat match so that Ethan Page and Sky have to fight each other. And
because Lance will win this belt from Miro, I think. Eventually. I think eventually. Yeah.
Okay.
Not at Double or Nothing, like he just got the belt. Like Lance is going to get a title shot. They're pretty high on him. I'm pretty high on him. He was in the original TNT Championship tournament, and he's big enough to do it, like, believably, to beat Miro. But don't feed him to Miro. Like, give Miro someone else for Double or Nothing.
Yeah, I wouldn't even mind if they done something like the winner of the Casino Battle Royal takes on Miro on the night. That way you can maybe stick Christian and give
that'd be
Miro
cool.
a win over someone like that. I think something like that would be fine. Not every time it has to be against the AEW World Champion and they never win anyway. So it's like, what's the point? NK just says here, this was the best match in Darby's title reign. A great end to what was an interesting reign. Miro looked very dominant. Miro versus Archer at Double or Nothing looks to be the next match.
Yeah.
And it looks like maybe we're going to get Darby and Sting versus Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. Do you think we're going to get that?
I guess Sting's going to have to do a normal match then, unless the Stadium Stampede is not cinematic.
Yeah, I think he'll be a normal match.
Okay. Well, good luck I hope he does well.
You don't care at all, do you?
No, I love Sting. I don't care about his opponents. And I'd rather see Sting do a cinematic match because I care about that guy. I don't want to see him get fucked up, you know?
Yeah, I hear that. But yeah.
How about we got just 2 questions. New time again. I'm sorry. I'm getting the second vaccine, so wish me luck. Hopefully I don't die tonight. Wrestle in Pieces. Shouldn't Lance have won the championship from Darby instead of Miro? Yeah, but there's more wiggle room with Lance. Like, I feel like Miro is really on the edge of losing a lot of people's interest. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, that's correct. That's a brilliant way to put it. They had to kind of pull the trigger on Miro now. Lance, for one reason or the other, he still has some time. But yeah, Miro, they kind of had to do it.
Yep. Daniel says, I thought the Bucks versus SE was better than the 5-star Pac and Ray Phoenix versus the Young Bucks. Which was your favorite out of the 2? Young Bucks versus Death Triangle, or the Young Bucks versus SCU?
Bucks versus the Death Triangle was more from a wrestling point of view. That was a different match. Yeah, that was a more, oh God, I can't take my eyes off all the action that's happening. But obviously, the Bucks versus SCU was very story orientated. So it depends what you like in wrestling. If you're here for more storytelling, then you would have liked the SCU stuff. If you're here for more action, then you would have liked the Young Bucks versus Death Triangle match. But both brilliant matches.
Mm-hmm. That's true. One last thing.
Mm-hmm.
Darby has the best tope suicidas ever. Those are great, dude.
The speed he comes at is absolutely crazy. Like,
that's how you do it, man. You don't do this like kind of thing and then they like catch. That's what JR hates. Darby go bam, and then wow. But yeah, just shout out to Darby Allin. Really turned it around. A lot of people were naysayers, and he just kind of solidified himself as a star. AEW's really first homegrown star. So mad props from both of us to Darby Allin. And that's the show. That's the end of the show, baby.
One last thing. I don't think it's gonna happen, but like you said, we're gonna get a Joker in the Casino Royale match. Any chance that the Joker is Daniel Bryan?
Man, I would really like Daniel.
Bryan Danielson.
Man, I hope. I really hope. She showed interest, right?
Mm-hmm. And if he comes out and wins it, that's setting up an AEW championship match, which is a big, one-off match that could happen.
Yeah, and he could win. Come on here.
I don't think he would. I think it would literally just be a one-off big showcase match where he'll lose and then that's it. He's gone. I don't think he's signed into AEW or anything like that.
Do you think there's a chance he? All right. I'll propose this. We're not gonna I don't want to speculate on the AEW thing, but is he gonna come and wrestle, or is he done? Like, what do you think? Like, there's other options.
I think he's gonna come and wrestle. I think he is gonna come and get back involved.
At least do something, right? Whether it be AEW, Ring of Honor, New Japan.
Right. You don't debut Bryan in a Casino Royale. He needs a grander entrance. That is 100% right. However, if the whole sold out crowd starts saying yes, that might be something they want to lean into.
This is Punk level, because we've given up on that guy. That's stooge. He's not coming. Bryan is a ratings draw. He's awesome. One of the best wrestlers ever. And what was I going to say for this? I kind of lost my train of thought here, but man, I would really like this. I would really, really like this. Can you imagine? What would you do if you woke up, got on Instagram, and you saw that graphic? Bryan Danielson is all like what Paul White.
I don't think he's signing 100%. I don't think he's signing, but I think he'll definitely be open to do something short term. If he has a match that will take him to a championship match and then he loses the championship match, he's given us that match in AEW against Kenny Omega. Then he can walk away. But yeah, you don't debut Bryan here. But where this is Bryan's humble enough to have his debut here.
He would do it, and they would do it. There's a possibility.
And where they want to pop a crowd on their first, full crowd back, it could
and happen. They could do it because it's not TNT, and you know that they don't like surprises.
True, it's on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
True. But that's a little nugget we'll leave with you guys. You know, maybe hit us up on our Instagrams, WrestleManiac.uk, Kings Road Wrestling. Let us know what you think about that. But people, that is our show. Thank you for joining today. Hit the like button. In fact, smash the like button to show us your appreciation for the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. For our audio listeners, please make sure that you subscribe or follow us on your podcast platform of choice, and leave us with a 5-star review if you can, please. Let the people know the good work we are doing right here at Elite Maniac Podcast. Mike, any last words before we sign out today?
Have a good weekend, everybody. Have fun Backlash or Under Siege for Impact. So, yeah, wish me luck on my vaccine, and thank you, everybody.
You'll be fine. Hopefully, guys, I won't be doing this show alone next week. Mike will be back here. So we shall see you next week. Same time, same place. Have a good week, guys.